Welcome to Mac Meeka Live, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.
Virtuous
Yeah.
damn, man. That cup.
That was good. I like that.
Had to take a little sip.
I had to do a double. Woo. All right.
What the peanut gallery said back there?
I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, Charlie Brown and the Peanut Gallery. Who want to be Charlie? Who in charge? Gracie in charge. Nah, but welcome back. Shout out to everybody for coming through on the live and
Absolutely.
in person. We're trying to keep it small in person because I don't want to get
For now, give people space.
That's what it is. We have a special guest tonight, but before that, we want to get into our week this segment and see what's been going on
this week.
So,
I ain't really been doing much.
You ain't do much this week?
Y'all, we need to keep somebody in our prayers, though.
A few people.
Well, Thug Misses is one because, she's in the hospital right now with pneumonia, with COVID.
Well, the crazy thing about it is I actually texted her. And she never responded yesterday. I texted her just because
I actually hit her today.
And she texted you back?
She texted back. I called her. I called her first. No, I called her first, and then she was like, I can't answer the phone. She was like talking, kind of makes me like short of breath.
Oh.
And I'm like, well, what are you doing? She was like, I'm in the hospital. And I was like, oh, she's like, I got admitted yesterday. So that's probably why. She got admitted yesterday.
I'm going to double check. When we go on a break, I'm going to double check the numbers because I know she did change her number.
Well, she has two phones, but one she doesn't. One is like a business line, and one is a.
And
one is the one she kind of carries.
mine only takes the oldest number because I got another new phone.
No, she has two
So we're
lines.
going to double check that because I was just like, my spirit went on her because I knew that she wasn't feeling well. That's my girl too. And I just wanted to know if she was, I know her temperature had broken a little bit.
She, it went down a little bit.
But
she
her
had,
pains was tough, she said.
I seen her kept posting about like, she thought she might have it and then she had went and got tested. I didn't know it took 3 days for the testing to come back either. That's a long time.
It takes a while.
Yeah, she said 3 days.
We have somebody here who did the drive-up testing. How long did the test results take, Ray?
I didn't do the drive-up. I did a one where they stuck my finger and it was.
But because he got his instantly, I thought, and the person with him that went had it, but he didn't.
Yeah.
So that was instant.
The person you rode with?
No, the person that was.
That's what he told me.
No. She was in there. We did it at Flawless.
That's what he said.
We did it at Flawless, and they had the one that they pricked our finger.
Oh.
He be lying, y'all.
Don't do that, man.
So what did they send her home right away?
I know.
How you react to that?
That's what I wanted to know.
I don't know, but when hers came up, she just her face dropped.
They were just like, go ahead and pack your things. Yeah. We'll see you in 2 weeks.
We're going to clean out your locker.
2.5.
See you if you get better.
Go on about your business.
Don't start no business and leave us out.
Dang.
In the meantime, no, but I was really thinking about her, Naya's birthday. And Thug is somebody that we love too, and I was like, I know she wasn't feeling well, so I didn't even want to invite her. Mm-hmm. So after everything, I just wanted to check on her, and she didn't respond, and that was weird because she takes a while to respond normally anyway to me.
She's not a phone, she's not like a phone person.
But she never takes a whole day.
Yeah.
So I was just hoping that
you said you texted her yesterday, she probably was admitting herself to the hospital.
Wednesday or Thursday, yesterday or the day before. So I'll double check, but regardless, I was just like, something not right because she was on my picture that I put. But she was on my picture with Naya, and texted saying, "Hey, happy birthday, Naya." And I was like, but she didn't even text me. I'm like, I was surprised because that's not like.
No, she got two phones. One phone, because I had to hit both phones. I had to hit both lines, and one phone goes straight to voicemail. One phone rang, but she just didn't answer it, and she texted me back and was just like, "Hey, I'm in the hospital."
Well. My whole thing for even saying that was, I don't care if she texts me back. I just want to know she was okay. And to hear that she's in the hospital now, when I was actually thinking about her, it's saddening because that's probably why I was like, a lot was going on. I had a lot going on, and I just kept thinking about her. And I was like, yo, something not right. Her and Yolanda. I was like, I hope Yolanda's okay too.
I gotta check on Yo-Yo.
See, so I hope they're both okay.
No, I don't know. I said just
So we
check
hope
on
that,
it.
I just hope that they're okay. But that's my point. Like, to hear that she isn't doing better. Like,
Yeah.
I thought she was doing better. Because I did see on Instagram that her fever had broken, but her pains were bad still. She was talking about aches and pains.
And that's what, Cinda had it too. Cinda's now recovered from it. And Cinda had it.
I had no idea.
Cinda had it too. So, Cinda got it from her son. And that's why she keeps saying, like, I wish people would take it serious. Her son went to FYN Lucci's video shoot a couple weeks back, came to her house, and then when he was there, he was like, I'm not feeling well. And then she was like, well, go lay down. You might, be coming down with something. He was like, yeah, I think I might have got COVID. And she like, nah, just go lay down. And then she said after a while, she realized, okay, maybe he does. So she said she went in the room, put on mask and gloves, and got like his linen and stuff just to clean stuff out. She said it must have been a droplet or something somewhere him moving around that she ended up touching it and ended up getting it too. So when she had called me, it was like, so it's real firsthand, and you don't get no closer. Like I have now had COVID too, but like with her, she kind of knows like the different things to take for the immune system. I'm glad we got Aaron here too, so Aaron can talk about some of the stuff to help build up your immune system. And exercise is very important too. So she knew like to do the steaming and do all that stuff, you know what I mean? And that's why I told Doug, I said, well, when you get out of there, I can give you the natural remedies to do, the same thing Cinda did to help you. Because they don't give you no medicine at the hospital. So you have to do all the natural things that you should have been doing. This is why I always tell all my friends, go to the gym and take care of your body. God only gave you one.
And the crazy
and guess what?
So Brian,
when it starts to break down and all these sickness happen, you ain't helped your body. You ain't did your body no good, no nothing. Like so it's like I always preach this to all my friends. Take care of your body. Exercise. Try to put some good things. Fuel. The fuel is the good food. The things that you eat is like those are the things that helps. Like you put the good gas in your car instead of regular. The regular is fast food.
Premium.
Right. Regular is fast food. Like do those things. So
Mac
when this
is not lying
happens,
though. He's not lying. He always.
I just went and picked up my sea moss from Jazz yesterday.
He always is promoting like health and wellness. Like that's one thing that is true. Mm-hmm. One of the things that I will say, and me and you had this discussion when it first started. I said, well, motherfucker, I can't start now and try to be okay. But
you could.
No. Remember, I was like, I can't start now and expect to
be like, it takes time to build it up.
Everything, yeah. But I will say, I don't know if it's being a mom or something, but being a mother, my kids would get sick. I never get anything. They sleep in my bed when they get sick or whatever, and I never get it. So, I mean, from strep to like a cough to whatever it is, and I've never gotten it. Back in the day, I was very susceptible to things. So that's what we spoke about. Like, I was like, I used to get strep so many times as a teenager. As an adult, with kids, I don't get anything. I've never.
Normally, kids too is the person who like
they around kids in school.
Yeah,
that's the problem. But as an adult with kids in school, getting things all the time.
Yeah.
I've never gotten sick.
That's good.
Like I could start to feel something, I would start taking something real quick.
Right, and me too. And that's what I do. As soon as
you do talk about
Airbnb.
You take airborne. I take emergency, and I'll take like a NyQuil real quick, like just to like.
Look, right now you definitely don't want to feel like you want to get anything. Like you know how sometimes your AC could just be up too much, and you be like a little like chilling.
But let me tell you, I'm out of control because a motherfucker like me will be out with y'all like just from the pool party after the show. The next morning I wake up, I'm dying. I got COVID. Every morning, anytime I'm around people, like tomorrow morning I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna think I'm dying. I'm a hypochondriac.
I ain't gonna lie. I feel like in the morning, I think it's just you have to just clear some things out.
Because
I wake up in the morning sometimes too, like let me go make my ginger tea. And then, but like as I move around, I'm like, oh, I'm fine. But when I first start in the morning time, I be like,
every time.
I'm like, damn, was I doing this before?
John's birthday. Anytime I'm around anybody, Naya's birthday dinner. Anytime.
Oh, for real?
Last weekend. I wake up and I swear to God, like, as God is my witness, I wake up and I'm coughing. I can't stop. It's like I got an allergy. Something's tickling my throat. I'm just a hypochondriac.
But you got to remember, like, a lot of those things probably just naturally happen. But right now, you don't want none of that to happen. It could be just
for me, I'm
a common anything. and you just don't want that to happen right now because you're gonna assume it's the worst. But
and that's what it is.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, Lord, please, please. No.
I'm like, I know I don't. Lord, I be holding my breath counting to 10 because that was one thing
I
too.
do that too. I'm like, wait. As soon as my throat starts tickling, that's the first thing I do. I hold my breath, and I'm like, let me make sure I can breathe and not choke. You know what I'm saying?
I'll be like, all right, I just woke up. Maybe I just got some phlegm, some stuff. You just moving around.
Shout out to Divine 77, Neighborhood Neff,
Definitely.
JJ.
I thought I was the only one.
No, I think we all now are doing that. We like low key driving ourselves crazy.
Yeah, I think we're all really crazy right now. I do say in this time, Jimmy, what up? What's up, fam? I think in this time and everything going on, I was happy, and I thank you for coming out, Gracie, everybody, Uncle Larry, everybody for coming out for my daughter's birthday.
Oh yeah.
I did not want to do anything. I was like, bitch, you crazy. I just did not.
I just feel like you can still be safe, but you don't want to live in fear either.
Well, that was a very, very safe thing because it was kind of like with John's birthday. We were at Grace's place.
Yeah.
We knew it was clean. We knew that everybody there was okay, and it was very small. Like mine was a little bigger. We had 20 people, but we checked. We knew everybody was okay, but not only that, it was just us.
Yeah.
So we had a private room, and that I was like, okay, that I had to make sure it was
Right.
going to be okay. But I appreciate you guys because at the end of the day, my biggest thing is with everything going on right now in the world. Neff, what's up? With everything going on right now, to be able to just like breathe for a second, be happy.
Shit, to touch people again. Shit, for a minute I wasn't seeing nobody said my damn tennis instructor, and that was it.
But just to be out there, like you said,
see him,
people.
I'll see Larry and CO, and then I go back home, and then I was doing like every other day to like keep some type of cardio, like be on the sun.
Like,
other than that, I wasn't seeing nobody.
But to do all that, it felt good.
Hell
it felt
yeah.
good to not like
felt
be
good to be
worried
in a
about
restaurant. It just felt good.
It felt good to be like eating like food that we didn't cook, like food that somebody else.
It felt good to interact with
people. I mean, it was weird. I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of weird that the waiters and the bartenders had masks on.
I still respect what was going on, so I didn't feel like it was weird because I have to worry about them talking over me. They talk about the menu, and any particles.
That's true because in real life, because I don't like they sitting on me anyway, right?
Like I said, I'm okay with being safe. So I'm gonna go out and do some things. We're gonna still remain safe. So I was okay with that.
That's what's up. Nah, but I definitely enjoyed my week. I think it was lightweight. It was cool. I'm working on some things.
Mm-hmm.
We're trying to put out our next issue of Pink, and I'm working on some special stuff with cable.
Okay.
Hey.
Right.
But we're gonna come back with a special guest. We're gonna take a 5-minute intermission.
Okay.
Shout out to y'all tuning in. Shout out to everybody that came through. Let's go. I'm sorry. Oh, this intermission is brought to you by Toast Vodka. Non-GMO, made with coconut water. And just smooth as fuck. Hey, welcome back to Mac Meeka Live! All right. God is good.
You good over there?
I'm great. Ashley came in here and got me turned up. I'm so happy to see her.
New energy is always good energy.
New energy.
Well, a lot of times it is. A lot of
you
times
too, Tina.
it is.
Now that was great energy. And
It
you brought
was.
your friend. I'm sorry, what's your name? Joe. They brought their friend Joe.
Joe Cool.
Yeah. Joe Cool.
Right.
I like that. Joe Cool and shit. Like they brought their friend Joe Cool. It was a good vibe. Like I like cool people.
I was like,
that's what's up.
Mika, remember we still gotta finish.
Yeah, he tried to bring me back. That got me in trouble. Thank you. Fried candy. I taste like candy. All right.
He said smell. Now you doing the other senses, talking about tasting. Like, what's going on?
All the senses is all intertwined.
Right. It's like,
anyway, but thanks for coming out for real, cause it's good to see you guys.
It is. I haven't seen y'all.
It is really.
I haven't seen y'all, have I? No.
No.
Since like February.
March.
Something.
No. I feel like around like Super Bowl or like somewhere in February.
No, I think it was around January. No, February. Yeah, you're right.
February, somewhere in February, yeah.
Now, yeah.
It was ass shaking. Showing her mom.
For sure.
Shaking that ass and making their baby daddy mad. Damn.
There we go. There we go. I had to get it together.
Are we back?
Okay, we're back.
Okay.
We're back. Baby hair's popping.
You combed them down with a little toothbrush.
Lip gloss is shining.
Now you in the mood for wine in the dining?
I'm in the mood for tequila and fucking.
Oh.
I'm joking, guys.
This is turning into Mac Meeka after dark.
Do not DM me. Do not DM me. I was joking. No, I'm good. See, look, Mac was gonna cut me off anyway. All right. Shout out to Logie Baby for our theme song again.
Yeah.
And a very, very, very special shout out to DJ L Blaze and Soldier L.
Keeping the vibe going.
Always keeping the vibe going for our age group because I don't want to hear Gunna. I do like Gunna.
He's been giving us a mixture though.
No, I'm saying I don't want to hear Gunna. I love Gunna, but I love to hear like 50 Cent. I love to hear the Lost Boys. I love to hear the mix that he pulls together, Pop Smoke, the young and the new. So shout out to you, DJ L Blaze, for always keeping it on point. He's available for bookings. What? Okay.
Oh, L Blaze is
L Blaze.
Connection. It's called networking, ladies and gentlemen.
DJs for John Aaron, Brian McKinney, Mika Claxton, Jimmy. What's the name of the guy, the other football guy, Jimmy, that you do? Jim Brown. Don't try to act like you don't know who I'm talking about. He trying to pack. All right, we're going to skip him. But shout out to everybody. Tasha, Dr. Torres in the building.
Dr. Tasha in the building.
She in the building. She about to analyze y'all motherfuckers.
Good.
She about to analyze y'all motherfuckers.
She right on time.
Right on time. Do that. Analyze these motherfuckers. All right. No, but shout out to you guys. And shout out to James.
And shout out to our guest that's been here patiently. He ate his food.
Yes.
So we can bring him up.
He ate his good ass smelling food.
So let's bring him up.
Aaron Spady. Let's go.
Mr. Aaron Spady. That whole big purse. I didn't even see it.
I feel like the girl from The View. What's the old lady name?
Sure, Underwood.
She got her
I would
purse
tell you what's
everywhere.
funny about her.
Hide my shit. Ray, come get my shit. I don't want to be her. I don't want to be her.
I'm gonna tell you what's funny about her. One time we was going to the improv.
Hide my shit.
Meeka, we was going to the improv one time, and when I first met her,
that ain't me, y'all.
we was going to the improv, and I was going there with Luke or somebody, and she was like, "Damn, let's have a baby." Like she talks like that, like all dramatic and stuff like that. But yeah, she's funny. She's cool.
She does seem cool. I just didn't want to be her, so that's why I take my purse.
Carry the purse everywhere. I feel like a lot of those ladies in the era always carry their purse everywhere. Aretha Franklin always carried a purse too.
Did
Like
she?
certain
I
people,
didn't know that.
he was carrying purses all the time. Like they ain't trust nobody with their purse. I'm gonna take it with me on stage.
My mother doesn't.
Yeah.
In general.
And you ain't gonna sit my purse down. That was bad luck. So a lot of
You can't put it on the floor.
I didn't know that. I went to move somebody. Oh, don't you put my? I'm like.
I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, where you gonna put it at?
I'm not gonna lie. That to me is a big thing. But then one day I seen like J-Lo had her purse on the floor. I was like, that bitch is a millionaire.
Then that's like somebody sweeping your foot, and then you be like,
on the
oh.
floor. Okay, but for a long time I was like, it's
the
John
ward.
Aaron, roomie, my roomie's in the building. But for a long time, I couldn't have my purse on the floor because I was like, yo, I'm not with that. But it just felt weird.
So let's get into our guest up here.
God is good.
Our guest, Aaron Spady, ladies and
Shout out
gentlemen.
to our guest. Another round of applause for Aaron Spady, yes.
Ain't that the motherfucking truth?
Let me hear you talk
that's
again.
the girl. Hey, ting. Ting, bitch. I think me and Ashley, Ashley and Brian were on the same page, though. You on the same page.
Who's Brian? Me?
Yeah, you, Brian.
What happened?
Me, you, and Ashley was on the same page. We said ting, bitch.
Ting, bitch.
Trust me, you was on the same page.
Oh.
Ting. Shout out to you, Aaron. Thank you for coming through.
No problem. No.
We love Aaron, though. We do.
Right. So.
Okay.
Tell us a little bit about you, and like let people know where you're from. Because all right, we're on YouTube. We're on our social medias, and that's Bigo, that's Instagram, we everywhere. But like, okay, tell people, I guess, where you from, like a little bit about you first. Like, give us a background of Aaron real quick before we go into like asking questions.
So I just moved to Miami about 3 years ago from Houston.
I'm not from Houston, but I rap a lot. Oh. Prairie View.
Happy Juneteenth as well.
Yes, happy Juneteenth.
Yes.
I currently personal train out here, and that's pretty much my main thing going right now. And I do my model here and there too.
He's really good.
Oh, you're a model? Okay.
Well, I worked with him on personal training side, and he's really good.
Yeah.
He like let people know that you're not just a personal trainer, like you went to school for it. Like that is there's a difference. Like you have some people. We need to turn his microphone up because I feel like I'm way too much louder.
He is. That's what James was doing right there.
There we go.
I got my degree in kinesiology.
People need to know these things. You can't say I'm a personal trainer because they be like, yeah, he just looks in shape. He's a trainer.
I do this.
Like this is what I do. This is what I went to school for.
I was also a collegiate athlete, football and track. Played quarterback and receiver, and then I did the decathlon track.
And you also participated with me and a group of my friends in the Spartan race.
Did you?
Hell yeah! Listen, he finished so fast. I had like a little injury on the course, but
I was there, so that he finished bad quick, yo.
oh yeah, Larry was there too. Larry part of it. He finished fast. He finished so fast, right? What's funny about it is my chiropractor was actually on the course, so I got injured trying to help somebody over something early. So my back kind of got like tight. So I was like, y'all go on without me. And then I see my chiropractor right after. He like adjusted me and I like tried to catch up. I kind of caught up. Because then I passed like another group of people I passed Serena Venus and them who were competing with. So I passed them. But I seen him walking back towards me and I'm like, damn. I must be real behind. Like, he walking back with his medal on already. I'm like, but I was like, I know I was towards the end, but he was like, no, hurry up, you can catch them. They're right there. You're real close. I said, oh shoot. So they like they gave me the momentum to keep going and pass them. And then I know when everybody else see me come over the wall, like Larry and them, y'all see me come over the wall, like, how the hell he finished before them? All right, remind you, Venus could have finished before a lot of people a while ago, but she was waiting on Serena. This was right when Serena had just like had her baby. So Serena had a baby in September. We did the race in February. So Serena was still getting things back in order. So that's why. But I passed both of them. But my team won overall. It was a team thing. So my team won overall.
Why does
So
that team always win overall, regardless of whatever you do?
Because we be major all the time. Like that's what it is. Like, and I know how to put together a team. But yeah. Cause
I'm a competitor. I would like really die.
I
would really like die on the course just trying to win.
Listen, that course, first of all, was like 3 miles and like a little something with 22 different obstacles in between that. That wasn't like, when I was doing it, I was like, what I signed up for, 'cause I didn't really know about it. Serena asked me like 2 weeks prior and I was like, who can I get to be on my team? And then I asked people and they was like, yeah, we'll do it. And I was like, dang, they don't really know, but okay, we got a team. But I got people who I knew was competitive too. If you really look at it, look, you, CO, yeah.
Aaron finished so quickly that he finished and then came back.
He came back to help everybody else.
He finished like, I'm running.
He did.
I'm like, I win. He coming back, he's like, y'all been finished.
Listen, when I see him, I was like, damn, we must be real. He got his medal on, I was like, damn.
I was sitting like, dude, he's on our team. He's like, I finished already. He's like, what?
Bring the medal home real quick.
He did. Because I didn't know how they were trying to judge it. Like, do the whole team got to be done by the same time or one person from the team? So I was like, all right, Aaron, just go. At least we'll be the first person, like, B-Major be the first people done. But, shit, we all crossed before that, so. But moving on from that, we got to get back into the Aaron. I know we had a little moment.
We got to get to Aaron Spady. Forget about the diet. Let's talk about Aaron first before the diet.
Oh, okay.
Because you missed it. I'm sorry, John. We didn't even get into really introducing you. We were just so hyped about everything going on.
Right.
So, Aaron, tell us a little about yourself.
He from New York.
From New York, moved from
What part?
I stayed in New Rochelle. And I was in the Bronx.
Him and Ray Rice's cousins.
Okay, that's kind
Him and Ray Rice's cousins.
That's my cousin.
Kind of New York still. That don't mean anything. That's still kind of New York. Ray Rice don't mean that he's more New York. But okay.
I was just saying that my cousin is my teenage cousin.
We still love him, but that don't mean nothing.
And I moved to
Shout out to
DC
you.
right after then, and then I moved to Houston.
So how long was you in DC?
I was in DC for like 8 years.
So wait, how long was you in New York?
Eight,
So 9.
eight, 6, and then I was in Houston for another 8.
So how old was you when you got to Houston?
I was 15.
Oh. So 8 plus 6, is that 15?
And I was 14.
Oh, okay.
I've been drinking. I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. Ask Dr. Tasha. She likes to be sober.
High school.
Okay. Okay, in Houston. So how was that going from the East Coast to the West Coast?
It was different. I didn't like it at all. I mean,
Why?
Houston was under the roof. I wanted to stay in DC for the time being, and then just leave all.
Oh, you like DC better than shit? For me to move, period. Like
moving in general.
Yeah.
But you made that happen. But going to Texas, maybe more the athlete side of anything.
well, yeah, a lot of athletes like when they recruit is like Florida, Texas, and like California.
That's what they built on beats.
Mm-hmm.
But they just moved there like he did.
Not here.
Yeah, but their weather's nicer too though. So like you from up north, that's why you play basketball because you indoors more because you don't have the all year like weather. You know what I mean? So you can be outside more and do football activities and stuff like that because your weather permits.
So just naturally it's gonna work out.
H-Town hot.
Minnesota, right?
Yeah.
I was out there one time. It was like 100 and something degrees. I'm like 100.
I think it's 100 a day. It's 100 a day out there.
Why is it 100? Why is it 100 outside right now? Yeah, I feel like a blow dryer.
No reason at all.
So I feel like I'm gonna have to push for a lot of questions and things. Like answer your question. That's it.
You're not a bragger, because a lot of people love to brag about themselves and love to brag about their business. What I've always liked about you is you are humble, but this is the time to like talk about everything you got
Talk your
going
shit.
I mean, for the most part, I just be out there modeling, doing my thing, if anything.
Now he is real humble.
If anything, I work with good artists.
Lil Kim, he worked with my dog Kim. I was there.
Video, Nicki Minaj,
Trina.
couple of people.
Yeah.
But it was nothing. It wasn't nothing.
So how's it feel to be a video vixen?
Whose video he's in?
Huh?
Whose video?
We saying name Meeka. Hello, where you
I
at?
didn't know whose video he was in. I didn't know.
What do you think the last conversation? When he said Nicki Minaj, Lil Kim, Trina.
But that don't mean I didn't know whose video he was in. I didn't see it.
He done been in all
Whose
the
video?
videos.
He been in all of it.
That's what was his name, Nika.
Hold on.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, what
I
part?
thought you just worked them out.
No, we talking about videos.
No, so okay, that's my bad. I thought you were you were like
No,
training them.
we talking about videos.
Oh, I thought you. Okay, I apologize. My bad.
I'm gonna need you to tap in. That's Sweetie's new single. Tap in.
Tap it. I actually like that single too. That was dope.
No, you don't.
I do like Sweetie. I love Sweetie.
You like that single?
I like Tap In. I love Ice. I like
It just came out.
Tap In just came out. Yeah.
You like it?
I'm gonna show you how to get a 8-figure nigga.
You in the video? Both of y'all in the video?
Stop it.
Oh, they did it down here? I didn't even know that.
Everything has music.
See,
Did it come out like last night or like when did it come
Oh wait, they know you over here. They said, "What's up, John?" Okay, Ray said, "What's up, John?" And they said, "Hey, look at Mr. Spady. Hey, he's here." Shout out to the live.
People can see over here too.
No, we talked
I
about
was
you.
like,
You ready to bring in the show?
Don't get.
So we can ask some questions.
That's what we want to do. John, don't act like you ain't been here before.
But no, John had asked a question, but we had to like,
Y'all curved.
I apologize.
yeah.
So we can ask.
Now we're ready for you.
So what your diet consist of?
What's your diet like?
My diet, it's not too strict. It's just I just limit what I eat when it comes to certain foods. I don't take fried food in. No dairy.
So no fried food at all.
You know what's funny is you don't either. No, all right. So no, I was with some friends the other day, and they were saying that the fried food is like from whatever it's cooked in, that oil slowly like weighs heavy on you. They say when you should stop eating fried food, period, you start feeling better.
But what we gonna do? How we gonna eat? How we gonna serve rat?
Wait, so
Bake, you better bake it.
That air fryer ain't really popping.
Oh, the air fryer.
I was gonna ask Aaron about this. That's funny you brought that up. Because I'm a big fan of now. I'm vegan. I'm looking up at everything, right? And I saw that like a chicken leg, for example, was like 400 calories fried in oil, but then air fried is 160.
Well, when it comes to the calories, I mean, I'm not a nutritionist.
Okay.
But when it just comes to
Let them know.
My bad.
Let them know.
My bad.
I mean, the oil, it's just the extra oil.
The extra oil, but so that's my thing. Like I realize that extra oil does add 200 to 400 calories more. It's crazy.
It does more.
But then it depends on the oil too. So if you have like canola oil, if you have avocado oil, that's a big difference. Like, you know what I mean?
I'm not frying with avocado oil. That's expensive. I'm frying with
Well, I mean,
vegetable oil.
it depends. I feel like healthy stuff is expensive.
Canola.
Bare minimum.
I'm just saying, like, I'm not pouring that in my deep fryer. Like, I'm pouring like canola or vegetable
Yeah, olive oil, virgin olive oil.
I'm not pouring vegetable
You
olive
gotta
oil
check
in my
on
deep
you
fryer.
gotta check on Instacart. They be having sales on it.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm not pouring olive oil, extra virgin olive oil in my deep fryer. I'm pouring extra olive oil.
Right.
It don't. But I'm not gonna even pour that in there. Larry, you have a question?
All right, so question. So how about the air fryer? What do you think about the air fryer?
That's what we're just talking about. So you
It
talking about?
don't crunch right though.
No, it does. I like the air
It
fryer.
may crunch, but it don't crunch like how Popeyes crunch.
Yeah, I see it.
But I never really.
You know Popeyes
It's
man.
wrong thing I can't do.
My soul
But now you go to Popeyes, it's my friend.
So how about you? You don't do pizza at all?
I'll do pizza, I'll do pizza. But that's the only cheese I'll have. I have.
Okay, then you said no dairy.
Yeah,
So
'cause,
like,
like I'll put out
oh man, you in
something
New York?
else.
How you don't eat pizza?
I'm like that too. Like in New York, I love pizza, but here, just in life, like trying to cut down on things, I don't have to have pizza. That's not a thing that I am obsessed with. You know, it's not something that I'm obsessed with. Like my cousin Jay, our cousin Jay is obsessed with pizza, and my daughters are obsessed with pizza. Larry clearly is obsessed with pizza. That's not my thing. That's not my thing. But my thing.
So how often you eat?
But
How often you eat stuff like that? My bad.
Pizza, every blue, it just depends on my mood, really.
So whenever you want, so you at a stage where you can do what you want.
I'm gonna work it off.
Yeah, but you gotta work.
He does work.
that's what I was trying to say.
That's why I can eat really whatever I want.
You had a question?
Yeah, I have one. So, I don't eat fast food and I don't eat fried food. Like, I'm gonna try to chill on it. But I want to eat whatever I want to eat, but I still want to get in the shape that I want to get. How do I get there?
Well, the first thing is just staying active, but I mean,
Yeah.
what are you eating then?
Huh?
What do you eat? What do you eat?
I mean,
Because what you eat and when you eat is a big
yeah.
Okay,
no,
but should
well,
we
the
stop
quarantine
eating
is a little
by
different.
law?
But as you know, I don't eat fast food. I
No,
don't
but
eat-
you find the fuck time. He's a fine diner,
No. But
He
I like
loves
to
to
eat.
eat
I like to
shit.
eat.
He
I'm
likes
just
to
like,
eat
I'm-
shit.
I'm half Latin, half black.
And he's
so
drinking.
Okay.
I
In
like to
between.
eat, I like to drink, and we have a good time. But I want to get summer body too. My birthday is August 6th. So
You sound like a Leo, August 7th.
A
Okay.
lot of people drink their calories
that's
too.
why you
I keep my calories.
That's fine. Okay, we're moving on because they're gonna get mad at me.
No wait, so
The juice.
I don't want to change my diet because I feel like my diet's not bad. But what do I have to do?
If you want to make a change, you want to change something. You can't stay the same way talking about, well, I want to make these changes, but I don't want to change.
my diet.
I don't want my diet, but I'm
I work
asking,
out, yeah.
is it possible to do it that way?
Barely.
Question, you not interested. Do you work out?
I mean, sometimes.
You don't work out.
Well, all right.
You don't work out.
Right, so it's either you want to change your diet or you want to add more like time and
I want to change my. I want to keep my diet the same, but I want to change my
It's just
exercise.
staying active.
yeah.
That's all you gotta do. You get that work in.
Just be active like about 4 times a week at least. At
At
least 4 times.
Hey, sex isn't active.
You got a question?
Depends on the bitch you fucking.
Show your mama what you
Sex
want.
isn't active.
He said sex is active. I said depends on the bitch you fucking.
Yeah, hey, and it depends on how long you active too. You heard me put how long you active, Meeka?
My bad.
The activity might be like.
My shit went.
Preach, Meeka.
Well, that's all.
We have a question.
That's the sound of the police.
We have a question from the live for you.
Ray says, I want to know when Aaron is going to start acting. I know he models. He got to get on one of Tyler Perry's.
Is that the Grace right there?
Oh my God, you told me you was Tyler Perry. You see it.
I've been said that, didn't I?
Oh my God.
Wait, give me my shout out. I've been said that.
I've taken acting classes before. I just haven't.
Oh man, you need to put a billboard out. That's what I like.
The police is calling. My bad. Hold on.
FBI.
Police is calling.
Cause she pressed the emergency button on her phone.
One y'all.
They're coming in.
They ain't gonna be able to get through 4 knocks. It's hard to get in.
They don't know what's going on anyway. Go ahead. Go ahead. God is good.
Nah, but I'm gonna definitely start acting. I'll start acting soon, if anything.
You should. Like, what are you putting it off for? I started taking acting classes. One of my friends hooked me up with a talent agent, and she was like, "You'll be great at acting," and I was like, "Really?" And I was like, "I ain't gonna turn it down." I was gonna be like, "No," but I said, "You know what? I'll be telling everybody to step out their comfort zone." So right before COVID, I got a script that I had to read for Varsity Blues. I went and got an acting coach.
Time out. That's my
She
show.
taught me. She taught me all the key things.
Carry on.
And I did it, and then COVID hit. So it was like, yes, everything's going to open back up soon. So as soon as I did it, was like, everything got shut down. So they're like, but get back into acting, like, and all that. And it's like, that's not even something I ain't never think about. But I guess I naturally make facial expressions.
I promise you, it's doing. I'm not touching
No,
anything.
because it's the thing. It's how you got it hooked up.
Oh, how I got it hooked up. Oh, my bad. I'm
You
sorry.
was hella fine, Kenny. Like, you belong on television. Hella fine.
Thank you.
Nah, but they had me.
Hella fine.
Been reached out by like all the
What you
reality
mean?
TV
He
shows.
looks like tastes like candy.
I don't think
Regular
reality,
fine, hella
I feel like
fine.
you have to learn the script and do that.
Do real acting, not reality. Yeah.
All right, so I want to go to another subject because I seen Aaron, so I already told you I was gonna go here. Aaron, you have another question?
I was just saying, she said she tastes like candy.
Oh, we going back there. I don't know why she said that when you were talking about how good
You
she
know why I
smelled.
said that? Cause I do.
All right, so moving right along. Y'all gonna have to talk about that after we finish.
That's Mac Meeka.
That's Mac Meeka.
Right.
Next.
She be spraying on Bath and Body Works.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
All right, so.
I buy that for my grandma. Bye bye.
All right, so listen. On another note, so I had seen on Aaron's page a couple weeks ago, him and his mentor had did a live, and what made me even look at it was Chanel, whose birthday's today. Happy birthday, Chanel.
Happy Juneteenth.
She
Happy birthday, Chanel.
She had commented, and I was like, oh, well, let me see it. Let me watch it, you know. And I watched it, and I was like, learned a whole nother insight of Aaron. So Aaron was on there talking about like mental health and different things dealing with depression and things like that. And I feel like a lot of people would judge and look at things at the cover and feel like, oh, he doesn't have any problems or she doesn't have any problems because they just look at how you look. I think I probably did that. It was like, well, seems like he don't show no emotion, so nothing bothers him. But I would have never known that until I. But that's the thing is you assume that people's always happy or things are going their way. But until I watched that video and I was like, oh, this is deep. And the video was like an hour long. And I watched the whole thing and I was like, oh, this is actually deep. This is actually informative. This actually gave me a chance to get to know Aaron a little better. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I was one of those people who just assumed like, oh, ain't no wrong. Like, you know what I mean? And like a lot of people do with people who they look at as strong as like, oh, they're fine, they'll figure it out, or whatever. But let's talk about that a little bit, if you're open to it.
For sure. Well, when it came to like mental health and everything, I mean, depression happens. So, especially when I was growing up, just not being as close with my family and stuff like that. Things you walk into is just pretty much find yourself by yourself a lot of times. So when it came to that, my outlet was working out. So a lot of people would be like, "Oh, he's just strong working out for his body." I'm working out just to keep my mind right.
And it release. People don't know it releases endorphins, so it gives you a good feeling too by working out. If you ever realize that when you work out, you feel good about yourself. You feel good about your conscious of what you eat. Is working out gives off endorphins, which is a good feeling. Go ahead.
But I would have to pretty much just tire myself out. So I'm over here running 1 in the morning. People don't I'm just dedicated, things like that.
If I would have seen you run past me and I'm out hanging out at 1 in the morning, I'm like, he's serious about his workout. Like, I would have thought that you're doing this for a whole nother reason. You know what I'm saying?
That means his body's a product of his sadness.
So
Is it mine?
Right, and you're
Not
right.
100%, but he's saying that that's a release for you also.
Yeah. I'm not 100% your body supports that, but like that was part of your motivation.
Right.
No, that was a release for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were right. Like, I don't know, John tried to shoot you down with your comment, but I feel like she was kind of right.
Like his body's part of his sadness.
He's a personal
Too
trainer.
much body.
it was gonna fall in place anyway because I love
Right,
fitness
yeah,
and
like
stuff.
it all went in hand. It like was cohesive.
But yeah, just having that and then just pretty much just dealing with life on top of all that, it was just like, let me try to get things going. But when I got cut from the football team in college, I was like, what am I doing with my life?
Yeah. Oh my God, that happens to
So,
many people.
We talked
Well,
about
last
this
week-
last week,
yeah.
and we talked about
What made you right?
a lot of athletes, because we went back to a lot of things, and I've always asked Mac this because he's been so great at not falling into that slump. But my ex-husband has, our guest last
But
week
my
has,
question
a lot of
is,
people have.
when did you start becoming an athlete? At what age? 7. Right. So they all start like young. And it's like, I started young, but I was doing it because like, my mom was like, all right, you gonna wrestle. Okay, I'm gonna wrestle and I'm gonna go out here. But it was fun still to me. It wasn't like, this how you gonna get us
Make
out
some
here.
money
It
and
wasn't
you gonna get
nothing.
out
It
the
was
hood
just like,
from
it
here.
was just fun. Like, you know what I mean? I didn't play football till late. So you played football at what age?
At 7, he said.
7. I didn't play football in high school. So for
So
me
that
it
was
was
our
different.
thing.
Like, okay, you gonna wrestle. I was watching WWF anyway, so
That's
body
my
slamming people
thing.
doing all this stuff. I like that. Like, you know what I mean? And then it moved from wrestling to
Yeah.
basketball. I played basketball because that's what you do up north, and I'm from there, and I want to play basketball.
If you,
And I was always I was too big to play football, so I played basketball, you know what I mean? And I was tall, so when I was able to play football, I played football. And when I played football, I was like, oh yeah, that's cool too. Like, all my friends play too, so we out here. But it was never like, I feel like with you and I guess last week, y'all played at such a young age, like
for
that was
most
always
people,
their
though,
vision.
most
Yeah.
people, yeah. You're an exception, and that's so dope. That
Because I didn't have that same opportunity.
You didn't have. Well, I don't know. You were out there. You had the opportunity. You just didn't start. You just didn't do that back then.
I
You did
couldn't.
so many
I couldn't
things.
play football back then.
Yeah, so.
So I wrestled and I played
You did
basketball.
other things. That's what I'm saying. But like.
But when I was doing it, I was just doing it because wrestling was like something I
The
already
thing
liked.
to do, yeah.
But my mom had a whole thing like,
You could have been like
you
John
gonna wrestle
Cena,
for
bro.
discipline. You know what I'm saying?
You could have been like John Cena. We could have been at the game.
Yeah.
Big show.
Big show,
Big show.
exactly. Big show.
But I was fans of like Andre the Giant, like all those people.
Brian Danielson, like I watched WWE, like we did.
And then, so wrestling, I was fans of like the big people because I was big. So you had Yokozuna, you had Andre the Giant, you had all the bigger
Oh
ones.
yeah.
The Undertaker.
Rest in
I was
peace,
fans of them.
Undertaker's still out there. Shout
Still?
out to him. Yeah.
It got to be a different Undertaker.
It
It
might
can't be the same one.
It might be, but they cover his face, so
Him
we
and
don't even
Kane.
know. He might be old as hell and just like out there.
But then when I moved to basketball, Shaq was like, yeah.
The
So
man,
Shaq,
yeah.
yeah. And then when I moved to football, it became Reggie White. You know what I mean? And they were all big guys, and I played defensive end. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So it was just different. I moved around, and I was doing things more because of where I came from. Nobody was going to be a pro from there or doing anything. It was just you was just doing it because you was just doing it. So that's how I was looked at it. I didn't have no expectation of it really going but so far. You know what I mean? So one thing I didn't know how to do was entertain. My parents is at work all the time. I got the house to myself. Everybody come over. I know how to entertain. We finna have fun. We finna so that became my personality at a young age. You know what I'm saying? All that other stuff was like that's cool, but I knew how to get people together. I knew how to get people to kind of have fun, the B Mac experience, and I was doing that since middle school.
You a kid.
Yeah, so all my friends say, a couple of my friends probably got kids now because of the B Mac experience, but that was part of. Definitely having sex in my house. But hey,
Miss Shelley, stop.
Miss Shelley came up a couple times.
Had
people hit. It's Aaron. It's about Aaron.
It's the Aaron show right now, John. We have a question out here for Aaron.
What does your future look like? What are your future plans? Are you looking to expand your business, or what
Well, yeah, like right now I'm still doing my personal training, so I'm pretty much expanding on that. Like I always get hit up for hair products, things like that. So I want to create my own hair product, hairline, skincare line.
You should.
Things like that. Really just jump at everything. But down the line, I definitely want to get out of fitness, like not out of fitness, but out of personal training more than anything. I don't see myself at 35, 40, still in the gym training people.
Damn, how old are you? 20?
He young.
28.
What?
But on top of that, just trying to.
I wasn't gonna let down. I didn't care. I wasn't trying to fuck with this nigga. That's my boy. Time out. That's my boy. I wasn't even trying to go there. I was just saying, damn, like, Mina, you're so much younger than us. That was it.
I missed it.
I'm mad at John. Nigga, bring it up. I'm sick of you, Rumi. I'm sick of you. Go home. Go home, but leave the rolls outside. Hey.
What a Bentley. John, you better let him know.
Either one.
But definitely, yeah, I want to get into like just different type of things because I did have an online business last year, like pretty much the drop shipping aspect, but just learning from that and seeing how much money was collected from it, even though it failed. Just seeing it was like, oh, it was like an eye opener. Like, wow, you can make so much more money doing different things rather than everything hands on and just working hard. So I was like, work smarter rather than harder. Right. Start working that way.
I feel like we got away from the mental health thing that we were talking about a minute though. Like you were talking about. Oh, okay. They asked the off-topic question, but we were talking about like more of like, all right, so the fitness got you out of it, but then like, are you still going through it? So you still like, oh, so.
This is salvation.
I mean, I feel like it's a way of life. I mean, I think everybody got sunny days and bad days. I mean, every day, everybody.
Yes and no, but depression.
Yeah, but depression is different. So everybody has sunny days.
I don't want to.
But depression is like a little different. Right.
Yeah, I don't want to glaze over depression.
And we're not gonna label it a sunny day, cloudy day. Like.
So explain, depression is like a spiral.
No,
depression is like a little deep.
It's just a lot of deep. It's
it's deep.
Deeper,
You can't control it. You just like.
And like sometimes you don't want to get out of bed. You don't want to be around people.
I realized that I didn't know that I was in a depression until like later. Like I recognized it. I'm just so happy that I was able to get out of it.
But my question is, how do people get out of it?
I didn't know, and I just had to get out of it because I have kids, so I had to. Like they forced me out of it. So for someone that doesn't have children yet, right? I want to know.
But also for someone too who everybody feels like has everything perfect. That's probably a lot of person that everybody feels like that.
Somebody's perfect. Okay.
But no, that's the person too, because you know what? I always felt like that was something I always did. All right, so my mom would always try to make it seem like he's good. Like I would do things and she would be like, he didn't do that because he know better. So it was almost trying to put like a perfect image of me, and I ain't like that. So I would do things like I ain't perfect, and we not gonna do that. Like, so I would do things like, come on, like don't put that on me. Like I'm trying to figure this out. Like y'all was trying to figure it out. But even in the league, like when I had that boat party, I was having fun. Like that's what it was. Like don't look at me like it's trying to be no perfect. I'm trying to figure out things too, like y'all are. But like, nah, don't look at nobody.
We need a mic of our own.
You got a question?
No, we need a mic of our own.
You got a question?
Yeah, that's why we asked you if you needed a mic.
I feel like we're all saying different things.
We usually have a mic be out, but
I feel like a lot of people are different from you in the sense of I got like friends and people that I know when they're in bad situations or going through stress and stuff, they usually stray away from working out. They usually start eating a lot, stop going to the gym.
But that was his advice.
I agree with John and Tina. Like
that's why.
When I'm going through shit, I don't want to.
For me, that's when I go back and recognize that depression I was in. I was not working out. You already know I wasn't working out.
But that's why I said with depression, a lot of people stay in the dark. They want to stay in bed. They want to stay in a dark place. They're not really trying to be around people. That's a lot of people, but that's for a lot of people, not everybody. So everybody has their different, outlets for it. So he's trying to cure his depression. So therefore, he's going to go to the gym to get him out of that funk. You know what I'm saying?
But when you get there, it's okay. But it's hard to get there.
It's hard to get there. It's hard to get there.
Like just being alone.
So it's low.
So it's more so like
I'm so sick of being lonely.
like even when you're in bed, mind racing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I have to keep on doing something, but just to time myself out and work out. Even just 12 o'clock.
Now don't act like I ain't write you the Bible study a couple times. Oh, okay.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, even with that, I definitely gotta get my faith higher.
No, but it's on my spirit. So it be on your spirit, like. Well, come on, the Bible said that, and it probably was during that time.
I got a question for you. So, like, when you got the personal trainer, because I follow you on Instagram, so I see you training like models, you train NFL players. What made you different from all the other people trying to do it? Like, you broke into it and you actually made a name for yourself, and you
He went to school for it too.
Yeah, just having that whole background, just actually going to school for it.
But two is people seeing his physique, because I remember you told me one time when you was on the beach working out, and somebody was like, "Do you train?" So that helped you too. Yeah. Because you can't look like a nightmare. Can't sell a dream looking like a nightmare. You can't sell a dream looking like a nightmare. Go ahead.
What if you don't want to look at 1 or 10 people?
You have individual.
Private lessons.
Yeah, you have
solo, one-on-one. Like
you have that type of time?
I used to go to him by myself, or I'd be like with one other person. Me, I'm the type of person I need to leave one person.
Like, 2 or 3 or 4 or 5.
No, you got one-on-ones.
All one-on-ones.
Yeah, he one-on-one. Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you, he good.
But for me, it was more so like what made it fun for me. I would search up like the best athletes, top athletes, and random things. I'm talking from top football players, of course, the regular stuff, but looking up top ballet dancer or top swimmer and just seeing what they do for their physiques.
Nice.
Just to see
No,
what they
every
do.
sport is different.
Nah, he would change it up.
Kobe. What do you think about Kobe? I just gotta throw that in there. Kobe's the man, bro.
He is.
How did he inspire you?
Work ethic. I would say with Kobe, with a lot of people, because everybody didn't play wasn't in his profession. So, but his work ethic, his drive is probably what inspired a lot of people. And yeah, I would say that.
Even when he finished basketball, it was more so just seeing what he was doing after. Even though he passed,
Yeah.
it was more so just seeing the route he was on.
Yeah, he was the Mamba.
Yeah, we love Kobe. We're gonna wrap up this segment. This segment is brought to you by Repent, the hangover cure, the ultimate hangover cure.
With nanotechnology, 2.5 ounce shot.
Nanotechnology, yes. Everything we love. We're coming back with 15 more minutes of what's
Trending
going on,
topics.
trending topics. And will you stay with us and talk about
Okay.
it? Let's talk about it. All right, so we're gonna take a 5-minute break. It's brought to you by Repent.
El
the hangover cure. DJ break. Talk that shit. Or you gotta give us some money, nigga. Sweet, nigga.
Alright, we're in the last segment, y'all. We're in the last segment.
Welcome back to Mac Meeka Live.
building.
We have to say the handsome Aaron Spady, because I think that's what the word on the street was when I was like, the word on the studio when I was walking to the bathroom. The handsome. Okay. Yes.
So we're on our last segment, which is trending topics. So audience, y'all can feel free to give us y'all's attention and input, because I know y'all eating pizza and everything. Hello. We understand y'all eating pizza, but we want y'all input as well. So
yeah, so let's get into
it. All right, let's get into sports. So how y'all feel about how Goodell and Trump are now saying that Colin Kaepernick should get another chance if he can still play?
Bullshit.
Desperation.
Now they're saying this, but if we go back a couple years ago, it was a disgrace and all this other things, and don't take a knee. Hello, I'm gonna need y'all to tune in real quick. The audience in here talking over us while we trying to go live. But y'all can feel free to give input, because that's what we're asking the group. So how do y'all feel about it? John, how you feel about it?
Yeah, it ain't cool, man. I feel like Kaepernick shouldn't even entertain that. I feel like what he did was big for the culture and everybody else.
It is, but what do you, all right, he had a settlement with the NFL as well. But if he has the opportunity to make more money, what do you feel?
Yeah, but I think what he did was bigger than money. Like, what he did was so big.
I think everybody
if he go in there and he's sucking, he loses.
Yeah, right.
Like, nah, he stand for something totally different.
Well, I agree with that, because I don't think like Kaepernick was the ultimate player. I think Kaepernick was a great player, and as every NFL player is, or any NBA player, any Major League Baseball player,
right.
Like to get to that level, you have to be great.
Right.
But I don't think you were at that level where you now have something to prove. I think that what John is saying is
he did what he was supposed to do.
You did what you were supposed to do, and also you really were a vessel for something totally different.
I agree with John.
So much more great.
He was allowed to be used, and guess what? They had to refer back to him now, a year or two later, about his kneeling when they was banning it 6 years ago, or 4 years ago. So he made his statement, and I agree with John. Like, don't, because you know why? The minute he gets on there on the team, they're gonna it's gonna be like a microscope. Like, oh, he did this, he tricked, like. So it's like, don't even do that. Don't even allow him to do that.
That's the crazy part about it.
Can you put him in the top 10 with people who fight for equality, like Martin Luther King and all that? Can you put him in the top 10 of 10?
He definitely made an impact. I wasn't here.
So it's bigger than
right. Yeah, he made an impact.
Talking about John, one thing that we don't want to overspeak on too is because there's so many great leaders.
But that's why I said I wasn't here for everybody's.
I'm asking.
That's why I said he made an impact, because I wasn't here for everybody. Everybody's.
Like, I think it was great, but we can't make us say top 10. We don't know.
Yeah, I
But I'm
can't.
saying the platform he had.
He used his platform and he did what he needed to do.
I think you put him in the top 10, John. I got you.
Larry said that.
Larry, you on your own with that. You on your. There's a lot of leaders. We're not just talking about male. There are female leaders too. But we're talking about athletes, it's top 3. Okay, there's not a lot of athletes that have tried to make a way. So you want to do
there was some. There was a basketball player too that got blackballed. Is that what you just said, Larry?
He's prominent right now because
he's prominent right now.
He's current.
That's not what we were saying.
But Muhammad Ali was one of those people too. Like, you had people. Kind of.
That's James.
He did.
No, I think that what he did was so significant because not only did he make did he shine a light on what's going on, but he chose to take his own career and
gamble it.
And it paid off.
But let me tell you this.
But it didn't initially. It didn't
No,
for
it took
him.
5-6 years.
One
And
thing
guess
about
what?
it is God gonna always bring it
He
back.
can always bring it back. And the crazy
That's
thing
what I'm
about
trying
it
to
is,
tell people.
I feel like.
Because guess what? When
I
everybody thought it was done over for him,
And that's the
God
crazy thing
had
about
another
it.
plan.
I want, and I pray that he didn't see.
Look how that happened. Look how that happened, right? And he did all that, and everybody was canceling and doing that. But a lot of people was protesting, thinking up with him. But look how all this happened, and it came right back around and went back to Kaepernick. And they took that cop to put his knee on that man. Look exactly what he did. That same knee that man was taking. Look how it came back around. Y'all have to pay attention. God
for real.
It's definitely real, and I'll be trying to tell people. Because one thing about it is, when it's time for me to go, I'll be on the VIP list.
And I'll be your plus one. No, but I'm serious, and I agree with Mac with that. There's so many things that that Kaepernick could have said, like, well, I did this and I did that.
And guess what? He didn't speak out about it at all. He didn't have to, because guess what? Goodell spoke out about it, and then reporters were going to ask, and then Trump had to speak out about it because now reporters asked him. They're forcing you to bring up this man's name. Yeah. He did. He did what he needed to do. Years later. It wasn't right.
He still got a job, but I bet he about to get a job.
He had a settlement. So,
about that.
And it was undisclosed.
So what is your so Ashley just
and he got to deal with Nike afterwards.
So, and that's great and all, but what Ashley just touched on is him playing again.
They making it rain on me on Bigo. Thank you very much for tuning in to Mac Meeka Live.
Hey, we love you. But Ashley brought up him playing again.
Teammates.
So Bryant, Aaron, athletes in the building right here. What do you think of him playing again? Forget about what he stands for and everything. Yeah. What do you think of him playing again? Because I agree with John.
I agree with John too.
Chill. You did what you had to do. Okay.
I agree with John.
So sometimes I'm like, am I?
I agree with John. No.
Okay.
You made your impact. Like your vehicle, God used your vehicle for you to get in the NFL, and when you got in there, you made some noise by taking the knee. You took that knee, and guess what? That whole situation to come back up 2 years after you done settled and everything, with a whole man taking the knee on somebody's neck.
And killing them. Yeah, no, I think that's great. No, I'm glad that you said that, because that sometimes I feel a certain way, but I'm like, am I allowed to feel that way because I'm not an athlete myself? So
allowed to feel what way?
How I felt like, I agree with John and I agree with you. Like, I think his job was done.
Yeah.
But sometimes I may not be the voice of, because I didn't play at it, whatever. So people are like, oh, he wants to play. That's his thing, and that's his goal is to play, or that's his dream.
That's his goal.
I don't want to touch on that.
That might have been his goal, but he had a purpose, and he served. And
that was my thing. Okay, so sometimes.
Let me ask y'all a question. So, how do y'all feel about like the people in power in the NFL? I guess in that culture, I guess the white culture.
I'm explaining something to you, but with the NFL. Me being there or during that time, it's always about protecting that shield, protecting that brand, and making sure that you don't do anything to tarnish that. So, how you had the president speak out against it, and it was like, okay, we have to, fall in line because this is the president. So, and they fell in line. You had some teams that say, you know what? We're okay with our team kneeling, and national anthem and all that, but. That's what it was. But now you have the president now saying, well, if he can still play, then give him a shot. Like,
no, not even Kaepernick, though, but you have people talking out now and having more confidence and being leaders.
They have more confidence now because
like 3-4 years ago.
But you also have to remember this, too. Like, these are people's career. Like, they're just getting to a situation. Some people who might have been in their 6th, 7th year, okay. But from my first and second year, it's hard for me to do that because this is how I take care of my family.
But it was zero people, like, nobody from the NFL stood out and said, Kaepernick is right, we need to stop police.
Well, he had one person that stood by his side, and he ended up getting picked up later on. So they felt like that was a win by him getting picked up. Everybody,
like a player, it was a player.
Yeah.
I'm saying like for the position of power, not the players. Somebody in the stat, like a position of president or something, how they speaking out saying
people weren't speaking out, but they were. What I'm saying is people weren't speaking out, but they were allowing their team to do it. Because some teams wasn't allowing their team to do it at all.
Oh, okay.
So their way of kind of speaking out was,
go ahead.
Everybody wasn't with that, so it's like y'all can take a knee. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we go ahead, y'all can take it. So that was their way of kind of speaking out. You can be a little more vocal now because people are really starting to understand. A lot of things is a lot of miscommunication. People don't understand things. Like how we had last week, was you here? When the young lady was saying, well, I don't know about Black Lives Matter. It should be All Lives Matter. And I had explained to her, I said, maybe it should, yeah, I did. Because it's like, maybe we should put Black Lives Matter too or also. Because we're not saying nobody lives matters. We're saying the thing is, they're not respecting our lives and how we're being treated. So, yeah, there's not just black on black crimes. There's white on white. There's Hispanic on Hispanic. There's everything. Because it ain't just black on black. You publicize the black on black more, but that's not just it. So you have all these crimes going on, but when it comes to a police officer and African American, there's been 0 convictions. There's been nothing. So we need something to take place. Like you have over 490 something or whatever. We need something to happen there because that's like the injustice there. Like we need to figure out. We need to investigate. We need to further figure. Like that's not cool. Like a black on black crime, shit. The bitch shoots somebody, you gonna figure that out.
Real quick. Even if
First 48, they got a whole show. First 48, they trying to figure out the first 48 hours. It shouldn't take you a week to arrest a police officer who's out of line, who done had a whole bunch of back history of roughing up people and using excessive force and all that stuff. Like it shouldn't take that. You got a whole show called First 48. That means you trying to film a show. You trying to solve the crime in 48 hours. Like it should never take you a week to arrest some of these people.
My thing is like they say blue lives matter and they say all lives matter. To me, that's racist because we know those lives matter. So there's obviously a need to say Black Lives Matter, and that's why we say it because obviously they treat it like they don't matter. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I said maybe we should add 2 with 2 O's, or also like because we're not saying like nobody.
Saying that like a lot of people didn't get it.
There's obviously a need to say this, and that's what I don't understand about people. They don't understand like, oh, well, like they say, blue lives matter.
Let me explain something. They jump on things and they try to make it seem about one thing. Like when Kaepernick was taking the knee. Oh, even though he got all this information from another military guy who said, oh, instead of sitting on the bench, take a knee. That'd be a little more classy. He was going to sit on the bench. He said, oh, take a knee. All right, I'm going to take a knee. People don't even look that far. It's like, oh, he's disrespecting the flag and all the troops. All the troops wasn't white. You had black people out there too. In that same war, when they came back home, they didn't have nowhere to stay. They didn't have a lot of things. So everyone who fought for this country wasn't always white descent. You know what I'm saying? They was black, they was Hispanic, they was of color as well. But we just didn't receive the same things when we came back. So people have to understand that. So it's like, it shouldn't be like, well, because we fought for the country. Yeah, your family, your grandfather with the quarterback. Drew Brees. My grandfather, yeah, your grandfather probably fought next to my damn uncles. Because I have uncles that fought in the military. You know what I'm saying? So you saying it means what? At the end of the day, when we come back, it's not the same. We're treated different. And all we want is justice. We want to be fair. Not revenge. Because if we wanted that, then that'd be over. But we just be like, just treat us fair. So that's all we ask.
Look, I'm a light-skinned Spanish dude. I've been discriminated against, so I can't even get mad.
And you sound like the game or somebody too. So you can press the sorry with my thing because it's pause. Sorry, take your time. Just the close part.
No, but I do like how a lot of things have happened. Although I'm not a fan.
A lot of things have happened because of money.
That's what I was gonna say.
That's why a lot of things happen. People scared because you got to realize in the African American community we spend a lot of money outside of our community. You know what I'm saying?
A lot.
So therefore, if you stop that dollar, if you looked at a lot of these things that took place back in the day when they weren't spending money, these boycotts, it was like, okay, keep it in the community, this and other. You had people that wasn't riding transit for over a year. It was like 380 something days of not riding transit. It affected the economy that way. Like, so things like that, they were way more uniformed, I think, back then than we are now.
I agree.
But they were doing things that really affected people's pockets, so you had to change. So now it's like, okay, yeah, don't wear this mask in here to work Taco Bell or whatever, and it's like, okay, now let's make this change now because I don't want people to stop spending money here.
Okay, yeah, see, that's where I was gonna go with it because I like to see change, but I don't like to see change where I don't like to see change
when
it
it's affecting your change. I don't want to see change because it's affecting your change.
Yeah, when it doesn't matter. It's like, what was that for? So we see change in all these different things, but not change where we wanted it to happen.
Aunt your mama, Uncle Ben's been out for 130 years.
31 years.
And they want to change it now. Like, at this point,
you might as well kept it there. I like the way she cooked. I like the way
her
she cooked.
syrup was good.
I was eating all of that. I was eating the rice, the cream,
y'all want to change it now, but it's
I ain't
like,
gonna lie. But
I posted something. I said they changed all this type of stuff. Like black people just came out. We've been out.
We've been out, and I saw that. And that's the funny thing about it because that's my point. Is that I'm not with the shit that doesn't matter. Like it's great, okay, when things happen and it actually affects us in a positive way, but at the end of the day, if it's not like the police, what we're fighting for, the change is really not happening.
Right.
So it really doesn't matter, and that's where it's fucked up at. Personally, that's just my. That's just
in the police system.
That's
well, they have a whole. I don't know what the word coalition. They have something.
Union,
a union. They have a union.
My father always says
so
that.
they have a union. The police have a union.
My father hates that.
And that union because they protect the police.
They protect them.
Right.
He was like, nothing's gonna happen because they have a union.
They do. They have a union.
And they're gonna make.
So you have to kind of infiltrate their union to be able to get in there and say, listen, this was going to happen. Like this, the change. Like you have to enforce change. But that starts with a conviction. It starts with somebody going to jail. Because you know why? Once somebody finally goes to jail behind some stuff, because nobody's been to jail. So people go to jail, but nobody's been convicted.
Okay,
put it that way.
And that's very
once you get convicted, that'll make other police be like, well, shit.
Oh, I gotta fall back. I gotta chill the fuck out. Okay.
Yeah.
So I have to say that I am somebody that, I pay attention and and I really am in tune. I did not know, and this is something I'm very, very, I don't want to say distraught, but I'm really disappointed in myself for not knowing. So I didn't know. I knew that Breonna Taylor's killers were not charged or whatever yet. I knew that. I didn't know that they were still on the fucking job. They were on the job until recently.
Yeah.
I thought that they were fired on a leave or whatever until whatever. So it hurt my soul yesterday or 2 days ago when I was like that they were just.
But they're trying to, wherever she was from, they're trying to change now too.
What the
with them being, not, they made a whole law too, but then they were not dressed or something. They weren't dressed as police either. They were it was something weird about that.
They're not going to have to knock first versus ratings on the right.
Yeah. Because they was at the wrong house.
They the wrong ass house. It is terrible.
And you know what's even crazier is nothing was gonna if we wouldn't have rioted and looted as bad.
It'd be oh well.
Right. And that's
our bad. We was at the wrong door, but okay.
So Larry and I've had this argument with people after I went to Minnesota. I've met people that are really righteous and into
would you
a lot
have
of
ever
things.
thought that all that would happen in Minnesota?
No, I didn't. I wouldn't have thought that.
Because Meeka just went with me to Minnesota in December.
I just recently, and I met people that are so into and so woke, if you want to say that or whatever. But I've had arguments with them, and so Larry, have my back if you want to. But Larry and I are in a family where our family is not from America, so our family is not from slavery. Our family is not from certain.
We're from slavery, but from
a different type of. But we're not from they brought us from a different type or whatever. So except for classism, a lot of other things, but it's not the same slavery that we're fighting for here. So
what I'm trying to figure out though is why slavery was only down south.
I don't know.
It was in all those other countries too, but it's just when everybody got free. So Haiti got rid of slavery early. 1800s.
But up north there it wasn't no slavery like that.
They did it. So when you watch a lot of movies, even the Madam,
it was only down south.
The movie with the girl with the hair.
South of the Mason-Dixon line. Yeah.
Madam Tussauds, Madam C.J. Walker. Okay. She going up north was perfect for her because they were in slavery. It was just really great for her. They were spending money on black hair products. A lot of things were going on. But I say this to say that I was trying to say that our elders didn't suffer from the things that a lot of people were suffering from.
Well, I asked my grandma, she 84. I was like, was you a slave? She's like, no.
But no, seriously. This guy was telling me that my father was, I'm like, you can't tell me my father was a slave. He wasn't.
But her mother may have been.
Right.
And they're
My
American, so
great-grandma,
that's
right?
different. I'm trying to tell, like, I know my father's father wasn't. I know my mother's father wasn't. I know they wasn't. So I was trying to explain that. So their understanding is a little different. So their fight is different. They want to be like, oh, we gotta just be good people and people will see us. No, it's not like that. Their fight, their fight is different. They're not like, we gotta fight and be out there protesting. So when, like Logie just mentioned that, like, if we weren't fighting out there and protesting, people wouldn't have seen us. My father was like, oh, we shouldn't be out there like breaking things up. I was like, no, that's what we gotta do. But he don't understand because he ain't from that.
You don't know.
He don't know that. You understand? And that's what I was trying to say. I was like, you don't get it, do you?
I'm with all that fuck shit.
Yeah, that's what we know. I've been telling people that.
I'm down.
Go ahead, wait, go ahead.
I've been
Tasha.
telling people
I'm
that
down because
Wait,
everybody got a burn.
hold on, one at a time. Go ahead, Tasha.
I've been telling people that this level of rage is from 400 years.
It is.
Like that we are feeling historically in our DNA. Like we're feeling it. Because we've been accommodating and enculturating for so many years of just yes and just want to make sure that I don't scare you in the elevator, so I'm sure you smile when you see white folks, right?
And that's why I do that.
They're not scared. And that we make sure we're not too angry at work so that they don't make us the angry black woman. Like we're always accommodating. For what? Because they are judging us.
So
Isn't that crazy?
that's one of the things, like, so in television, that's one of the things that we've always said, like, I feel like they want to make us the villain because they feel like the angry black woman.
Yeah.
But it don't have to be like that.
That's a serious
Right.
problem.
It don't have to be like that.
Right, but the point is that our anger is justified, but we still can't even express it. That's how deep, that's what trauma is. Like, when you're hurting and you still can't tell nobody, think about it. When you think about child abuse and domestic violence, it keeps you silent. So we got 400 years of being silent about shit that we have.
400 years of silence.
400 years. It's deep.
It's up, yeah.
Yeah, it's rage. That's why.
Thank you, Dr. Tasha. Thank you.
That was deep, Tasha.
That was
that
deep.
Down. Okay, being silent. Yeah.
Look, snap. No, but we want to end there. We actually have to end there. We can stick around for a little bit afterwards, but we have to end there for everything else. Thank you, Dr. Tasha, for all your. Thank you, Dr. Tasha.
Well, I just want to shout out.
Insight.
I just want to shout out Salt Pepper and Missy Elliott because they go on the Walk of Fame.
And I wanted to say that too.
Let me hear it say American Airlines, Virgin Atlantic, and Delta is not going to be serving liquor on these flights.
Crazy. No one.
Who was complimentary? Delta, American Airlines, and Virgin Atlantic will not be serving liquor on your flights.
Delta was, we used to do fly.
Shout out to my dog Lisa Ray, my birthday twin. You handled that very well with Nicki Minaj.
she was
and
shout out to Lisa Ray.
Yeah, Southside Chicago is gonna come out. And we talked about everything else.
And thank you to Aaron Spady for coming out.
Thank you, Aaron.
You don't leave that motherfucking house.
Hey, yo, DJ, drop that.